Good evening. The first awards tonight are the Grand Slams. You know, the Grand Slam is how this organization started. And for many of you, this achievement has taken many years, and it's not been easy. So tonight you join a very select group of elite hunters in the world. I don't know about you, when I get the magazine and I look at the new Grand Slammers, I look at the pictures. And it's amazing how your appearances change from the first ram to the last. I know you can't wait to get up here, and we can't wait to give you your awards. So let's start the video.
The Grand Slam of North American wild sheep has been around since Grancel Fitz coined the phrase some 65 years ago. Not quite a decade later, the Grand Slam Club was founded by Bob Householder in 1956. Considering these dates of yesteryear, one would think this lifetime achievement would have lost some of its luster. Those here tonight, however, know the Grand Slam is as important today as it was to Grancel Fitz so many years ago. He wrote an article way back then, and there have been thousands of articles since. Every single documented Grand Slam has been important, and tonight we're honoring many men and women who've completed their Grand Slams within the last couple of years. We'll be breaking this large number of Grand Slammers into groups, so please hold your applause until everyone in each group has been introduced. As your name is called, please quickly make your way to the stage. Now for our first group. You're going to see three different Dall sheep as we explain the extensive hunting career of Brian Bailey of Onalaska, Washington. Those Dalls came in 2001, 2008, and 2009. Next you'll see a 2005 Fannin, and then a 2008 Stone for Brian. Those photos are going to be followed by a pair of California Bighorns Brian took in 1997 and in 2007. They'll be followed by a Rocky Mountain Bighorn from 1998. And finally, we get to the one that got the job done. Brian drew a coveted Nevada Desert Sheep tag and filled it in December 2011 to complete Grand Slam number 1719. If you were counting, that's 9 sheep taken over the past 14 years. Traveling all the way from Spain to be with us tonight is David Nogueira, who has documented Grand Slammer number 1730. He completed his slam with a Rocky Mountain Bighorn from BC in September 2012. He began with Alaska Dall in September 1999, but didn't take his next North American ram, a BC Stone, until 2007. David got a fantastic desert on Carmen Island in 2010. Ben L. Siegmiller of Salt Lake City, Utah holds documented Grand Slam number 1744. As most people do, Ben started with a Dall from Alaska in 2005. He added a Fannin Stone from the Yukon in 2009 and was able to get an Alberta Rocky Mountain Bighorn in 2010. Then Ben completed his Grand Slam with a home state Utah Desert Ram in November 2012. Everett B. Pancook III of Apex, North Carolina, registered his three-quarter slam back in 2006 after just having reached that status with a Bighorn from Alberta in October. It was more than a 6-year wait before that final ram. A Sonora, Mexico Desert in 2012 qualified Everett for Grand Slam number 1747. Ironically, his first 2 rams were both taken with the same outfitter in the Yukon. The Dall came first in 2004, and he got a Fannin Stone in 2006. Everett joins his father, E.B. Jr., number 936, and brother Eric, number 1623, as the third Grand Slammer from that family. You're going to hear more about the family photo you've seen a bit later this evening. You're going to see quite a contrast between a first ram and a Grand Slam ram with Mike Richardson of Colgate, Wisconsin. The first photo was of a young Mike in 1987 with an Alaska Dall ram. Then you see Mike some 25 years later with a Nevada Desert Ram to complete Grand Slam number 1748. There'll be yet more contrast as you'll see Mike with his 1989 Stone sheep, and the 22-year later photo of Mike and his guide with his California Bighorn that he took in Oregon in 2011. Our next documented Grand Slammer also happens to be one of our exhibitors, and he's Perry Smith of Wamego, Kansas. He was assigned number 1754 by virtue of a desert ram that he took on Carmen Island, Mexico, just after our convention last year. Perry started his slam back in 1992 with an Alaska Doll sheep. He finally drew a coveted Wyoming Bighorn tag in 1999 to get halfway. He became a three-quarter slammer with a stone ram from BC in 2005. Jason Dennis of San Antonio, Texas became Grand Slammer number 1758 in February 2013. His father, George Dennis, is also a Grand Slammer and accompanied Jason for that hunt in Sonora, Mexico. You'll see the proud father along with Jason in the desert sheep photo. Jason's first ram came on his second try and was an excellent 2002 doll from the Yukon. He got a dark stone Fannin, also in the Yukon in 2004. Jason became a three-quarter slammer after drawing a Wyoming Bighorn tag after 12 years of applying in 2007. All good things come to those who wait, and John Della Valle of West Hampstead, New York, would certainly agree with that cliche. You see, after 31 years in a holding pattern as a three-quarter slammer, John was the winner of one of GSCO's popular raffles for a desert sheep hunt on Carmen Island. John used that opportunity to get a beautiful ram in February 2013, and that ram not only earned him number 1762, but made the cover of the spring 2013 issue of Grand Slam. John's earliest ram was an Alberta Bighorn from 1977. In 1979, he got a doll in the Yukon, and in 1982, a stone from BC. Boy, there's quite a difference in a man's looks from 1977 to 2013. Ralph B. Ferriani of Anchorage, Alaska is Grand Slam number 1769. The ram that qualified Ralph was a Sonora, Mexico desert that he took in March 2013. Ralph has taken several doll sheep in his home state of Alaska, but we chose one from 1979 for your pleasure. We have no idea what it scores, but it sure is a beauty. His stone came in 1995 and is Rocky in 2002 after 22 years of applying in the state of Wyoming. Ted Allen Trout of Houston, Texas completed Grand Slam number 1770 with a home state desert ram. He took that ram in May 2013. Along the way, he got an Alaska doll in 2002, a Rocky Mountain Bighorn from British Columbia in 2008, and his stone ram came from BC in 2011. That completes Group 1. Again, please make your way to the stage quickly. We now want to move along to the second group of documented Grand Slammers. Again, please hold your applause until everyone in this group has been introduced. As your name is called, please quickly make your way to the stage. Now, for our second group. Hey, don't look now, but here comes another GSCO raffle winner. Richard L'Esperance of Port Washington, New York, became a three-quarter slammer by virtue of that hunt that he won at our 2013 convention. You see here a beauty of a desert ram taken in April 2013. Richard became Grand Slammer number 1771 not long after that, with a huge Rocky Mountain Bighorn from New Mexico. Richard's first two rams were taken in 2012, the doll from NWT and his stone from the Yukon. You probably noticed that all four are outstanding, and the stone, desert, and Bighorn have all won awards in GSCO's Trophy Awards program. John Whipple of Coto de Caza, California became Grand Slammer number 1772 by virtue of a January 2013 desert ram from Sonora, Mexico. John's doll was taken in Alaska in 2004. He added a stone from British Columbia in 2007, and he battled the elements in 2009 to get his Bighorn. By the way, John won that Bighorn hunt on GSCO's Raffle-Rama at the 2009 convention. Grand Slam number 1774 was assigned to Jim Keys of Northville, Michigan. He completed his slam with a South Baja Desert Ram on the 16th day of a 10-day hunt. He gets credit for being a determined hunter. Jim started with an NWT Doll in 2006, added the British Columbia Stone in 2007, and got to three-quarter slam status with an Alberta Bighorn in 2011. Colorado Buck of Old Glory, Texas earned the right to Grand Slam number 1776 when he took an amazing Yukon Stone sheep in August 2013. That ram in Colorado also became the cover photo for the fall 2013 Slam Quest. Colorado's first ram was a self-guided Rocky Mountain Bighorn, and you guessed it, Colorado got it in Colorado. His doll sheep came from Alaska, and he scored with an excellent Sonora, Mexico Desert Ram in March 2013 to achieve three-quarter slam status. It was sheer coincidence that Colorado's Grand Slam number turned out to be 1776, and he lives in Old Glory, Texas. Believe us, folks, we didn't plan it like that. Harry W. Knox II of King Hill, Idaho, was lucky enough to win a desert sheep hunt on a raffle. He took that ram in Sonora, Mexico in January 2013 to become Grand Slammer number 1777. Harry had registered his three-quarter slam with GSCO several years prior. He started with his home state, Idaho Bighorn, in 1986, and the following year took a stone in BC. His doll sheep came from Alaska in 2001. Gustavo Arvelo of Windermere, Florida took 4 rams in less than 1 year to qualify for Grand Slam number 1778. He started with the doll from NWT on August 8, 2012, and that same month got an Arizona Desert sheep that won the Platinum Award at our 2013 convention. Next for Gustavo was a Rocky Mountain Bighorn from Utah, November 2012, and then 2 days before a year was up, Gustavo took his stone ram in BC. Grand Slam number 1779 was assigned to Michael Sorensen of West Jordan, Utah. He's a lucky man because he drew a California Bighorn tag in Idaho to get his first ram in 2000. His luck continued by drawing a desert tag in his home state of Utah in 2005. The stone was next for Michael, and it was actually a Fannin stone from the Yukon in 2010. It's uncommon for a person to complete their Grand Slam with a doll sheep, but Michael did it in the Yukon in August 2013. Kenneth Eakin of Darlington, Pennsylvania drew a Montana Bighorn tag in 2007 and a Nevada Desert tag in 2009. You'll see both of those rams that got into half slam status. He went to Alaska in 2012 to add a doll sheep. Then August 2013 was the culmination month. He took a stone in British Columbia to qualify for Grand Slam number 1782. It was with a bow and 4 arrows that Robert Gerstner of Deposit, New York, took 4 rams that qualified him for Grand Slam number 1786. Rob became the 55th person to document an archery Grand Slam. Rob did it in fairly short order, too, as he began with a doll in NWT in 2010. His Sonora, Mexico Desert was next in January 2011, and Alberta Bighorn got into archery three-quarter slam status in November 2011. The final ram is the Old Warrior Stone sheep that you see here, which Rob took in August 2013 in British Columbia. That ram earned him the Top Diamond Award at our Thursday night Trophy Awards presentation. Sam Cunningham of Amarillo, Texas took a ram a year to qualify for Grand Slam number 1790. In 2010, he took his doll in Alaska. In 2011 came his excellent Yukon Stone. In February 2012, he traveled to South Baja, Mexico for his desert. And then, in September 2013, Sam took his Rocky Mountain Bighorn in Alberta. That completes Group 2. Again, please make your way to the stage quickly. Now let's move along to the third group of documented Grand Slammers. Again, please hold your applause until everyone in this group has been introduced. As your name is called, please quickly make your way to the stage. Now for our third group. Antal Beck of Hungary has traveled a long way to be with us tonight, to be recognized as Grand Slammer number 1791. It all began for Antal with an Alaska doll in 2004. He waited a few years but traveled back to Western North America to get his stone in British Columbia in 2010. He came back the very next year to get his Alberta Bighorn in September 2011. The stage was then set as a three-quarter slammer, and Antal went to Mexico in December 2012 to get a desert ram. Antal becomes only the second Hungary resident to document a Grand Slam. Kenneth Gerhardt of Neillsville, Wisconsin was a lucky raffle winner of an Alberta Bighorn for 2013. You see the photo here that proves he was successful in taking that ram, which completed the requirements to become Grand Slammer number 1792. In 1996, Kenneth got a desert ram in Arizona to get him started on the way. In 2000, he took a beauty of a doll in Alaska. It was in September 2006 that Kenneth got a stone in BC to become a three-quarter slammer. Grand Slammer number 1793 is James A. Smackle of Banks, Oregon. The photo you see here shows him with the horns of his stone sheep from British Columbia, taken in August 2013 at 79 years of age. Boy, look at him. He doesn't look that age, does he? James set a goal for himself late in life to complete the qualifications for a Grand Slam. His Sonora, Mexico Desert came first in 2002. Next was his doll from NWT in 2006. In 2012, James was able to get a Wyoming Bighorn. Of course, you've seen his stone ram horns already. Congratulations to you, James, as you've proven to many that you can get the job done with proper determination. You may have noticed we've mentioned several people tonight who have won hunts through GSCO raffles. Daniel J. Humphrey of Olathe, Colorado fits that category as well. At our 2013 convention, he won the Carmen Island Desert Sheep Hunt on our Raffle Rama. You see the beautiful ram that he took there, which completed Grand Slam number 1794. Along the way, he got a self-guided Colorado Rocky in 1987. His stone came from British Columbia in 1988 and his doll from the Yukon in 1990. Then began the 23-year wait. But we're sure Daniel will now agree that it was all worth it. Our next group is going to consist of only two people, and one of those is going to be a complete surprise. We'd like to call Jim Lindstrom of Holdridge, Nebraska to the stage to get his Grand Slam recognition of number 1436, which was completed with a fine desert bighorn in February 2008. While Jim is making his way to the stage, we want to also call David J. Harrington, who formerly lived in the same hometown of Holdridge, Nebraska, and now of Deming, New Mexico. Well, he is Grand Slammer number 1795, and you see him with his Grand Slam ram, which was a Wyoming Bighorn from way back in 1988. Now let's go back to Jim Lindstrom once again. You've already seen Jim at his Desert Ram, but now you'll see his NWT doll taken in 1987, his 1988 stone, and his 1999 Alberta Bighorn. Now, why are we recognizing Jim and David together? Because Jim wanted to get his hometown buddy documented as an official Grand Slammer, even though it was 25 years late. Now to finish up with David Slam. You've seen his Bighorn already, so here we'll show you his NWT doll from 1984, then his BC stone from 1985, and his desert from South Baja, Mexico in 1987. Richard A. Stevens of Washington, Utah is Grand Slammer number 1796. He qualified by taking an excellent home state California Bighorn in November 2013. Backing up, we see Richard's first ram taken in 1997, which was also from Utah but was of course a desert. In 1999, Richard took an Alaska doll, and in 2010 a Fannin stone from the Yukon. Grand Slammer number 1798 is Richard Crawford of Plymouth, Michigan. He began with a doll from Alaska in 1998. In 2001, he added a dark stone from British Columbia. He waited around a while but hunted sheep again in 2008 in the Yukon and got a Fannin stone there. Things really fell into place when Richard drew a desert tag in Nevada in 2009. The final ram for his Grand Slam was a very good Alberta Bighorn taken in October 2013. There were more than 26 years between an Alaska Doll taken in September 1987 and a Sonora, Mexico Desert Sheep taken in November 2013. The person in the photos is Jack Grabenstein of Jasper, Georgia, who is Grand Slammer number 1799. In between was a Stone Sheep from British Columbia in 1991 and a Wyoming Bighorn from September 2007. As a guide, Robert Bo Morgan, formerly of Montana and now a resident of Sedona, Arizona, has certainly helped a lot of people complete their Grand Slams over the years. Well, it's now time to report that Bo is now registered Grand Slam number 1800 for himself. He took his first Doll in Alaska in 1997, but has taken at least 3 others since then. He has a pair of stones to his credit as well. His Desert came in 2004, but the Bighorn just couldn't be drawn. That is, until 2013. Bo completed his Grand Slam in a bit of a different way than almost anyone we know of. He took the Wyoming Bighorn with a crossbow, and it'll be number 1 for that method in the SCI record book. That does it for Group 3. Again, please make your way to the stage quickly. We now move along to the 4th group of documented Grand Slammers. Again, please hold your applause until everyone in this group has been introduced. As your name is called, please quickly make your way to the stage. Now for our 4th group. We now come to number 1802, Rob Veach of Victoria, Arkansas. Rob took his first ram, which was an Alaska Doll, in 2002. It just so happens that his brother-in-law and best hunting friend, Michael White of Manila, Arkansas, was also in that hunt for the first ram. This started a goal for both to complete their Grand Slams together if possible, but at least to get consecutive numbers. So now you've seen Rob with his Doll and Michael with his. Getting back to Rob, he took his Stone in 2005 in British Columbia, and his Desert in March 2012 in Sonora. By the way, he won that hunt on GSCO's Super Slam Raffle. Rob completed his Grand Slam with an Alberta Bighorn in September 2013. As for Michael, he in fact got a consecutive number with Rob, and that's number 1803. Michael's second ram was a Bighorn from Montana in 2006. The next year he got a Fannin Stone in the Yukon. All was set up for the culmination of these two friends to get their consecutive numbers. You see a smiling Michael holding the horns of his Desert Bighorn that completed his Grand Slam in December 2013. And right there by his side is Rob Veach. Congratulations, guys, as a plan that did finally come together. Tom Winkle of Grand Rapids, Michigan is documented Grand Slammer number 1804. His first ram was an Alaska Doll in 1998. He got another Doll in NWT in 2005. His Stone came from British Columbia in 2007, and he got an Alberta Bighorn in 2010. The stage was then set, and Tom booked a Sonora, Mexico Desert hunt and got a beauty of a ram in February 2013 to qualify him for the Grand Slam. Gregory Robinson of Landis, North Carolina completed Grand Slam number 1805, like so many others, with a Desert Sheep from Sonora, Mexico. However, there is more to the story with Greg. He won a Stone Sheep hunt on GSCO's Super Slam Raffle in 2013. Since he already had a Stone, he upgraded it to a Desert hunt, and that's the ram you've been seeing here. Greg started with an Alaska Doll in 1990. He added the Stone in 1992 and drew a Wyoming Bighorn tag in 2001, which got him to 3/4 Slam status. Maybe you should sign up for the Super Slam Raffle, and you too could be a winner, like so many others that you've heard about tonight. Charles Heron of Tallahassee, Alabama now holds Grand Slam number 1806 by virtue of 2 rams being taken in 2013. He took an excellent California Bighorn in British Columbia in August and completed his Grand Slam with a Desert Ram from Sonora, Mexico in December. Charles started his quest with an Alaska Doll in 1998, and then he added a beautiful British Columbia Stone in August 2011. It was 36 years from start to finish for Grand Slammer number 1808, William L. Murphy of Louisville, Ohio. The doll you see here came from Alaska in 1977, and he's taken 2 more dolls besides that one. He got his stone in British Columbia in 1981. His bighorn was taken in Alberta in 1994. Then by 2013, William couldn't wait any longer and was high bidder for a Utah Desert Conservation tag. After 11 days, he was able to get the broomed ram in some rugged country and complete his 36-year quest. David Heitzman of Abbotsford, British Columbia, documented his 3/4 slam in 2012. It showed a 1999 doll from NWT. He took a pair of stones next from his home province, one in 2007 and another in 2009. As for the bighorn, David was very fortunate to draw a Montana tag in 2011. With the 3/4 slam all registered, it was now time to consider a desert hunt. On December 15, 2013, David took that desert ram in Sonora, Mexico, and was issued Grand Slam number 1810 shortly thereafter. Grand Slam number 1811 was assigned to James Yackel of Islip, New York. He took a dark stone in British Columbia in 2013, which got him to 3/4 slam status. By the way, he took that ram on his 3rd hunt for a stone. His doll was first and came from the Brooks Range in Alaska in 2008. Next for James was an Alberta bighorn in October 2010. He earned the right to claim a Grand Slam in December 2013 when he took a desert from Sonora, Mexico. Randy Luth of Minnesota has been issued number 1812 as he completed that Grand Slam on December 28, 2013 with a Sonora, Mexico Desert Ram. Randy's 3/4 slam ram was an Alberta bighorn in October 2013. In 2012, he got his stone. So interestingly, Randy's last 3 sheep were taken in 15 months. His first ram was an Alaska doll in 2007, and maybe you noticed that he took that ram with an AR-type rifle. There's a reason for that, as Randy is the founder of the well-known DPMS Panther Arms, one of the largest AR-15 rifle producers in the country. That completes Group 4. Again, please make your way to the stage quickly. The Grand Slam of North American Wild Sheep is in fact a lifetime achievement. Many hunters choose to take only the 4 rams of a Grand Slam in a lifetime and move on to other big game hunting. However, there are many whose sheep fever continues to draw them to the mountains. Sometimes it's just to hunt 1 or 2 additional rams, but there are those who desire to experience the thrill of hunting all the North American wild sheep all over again. In due course, naturally those people complete a 2nd or 3rd and sometimes even more Grand Slams. Tonight we have a few people who have documented multiple Grand Slams. We want to recognize those individuals as a group, and please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. As your name's called, please make your way to the stage. First, we come to those who've completed a 2nd Grand Slam. Darrell Hastings actually completed his 2nd Grand Slam with a huge New Mexico Desert Ram in 2010. When he registered Grand Slam number 1553, he used his best doll, Stone and Rocky. After thinking about it, he decided to send in his others as he had doubles for them all. The doll you see here was taken a long time ago on a 1971 do-it-yourself hunt in Alaska. The stone was also taken years ago in 1974 in British Columbia. To round out the 4, the Rocky Mountain Bighorn we're reporting came from Colorado in 1988. Congratulations, Darrell, and thanks for getting all 8 documented. Kent Deligans completed his 2nd Grand Slam with a Desert Ram from Mexico in January 2013. He has documented 6 doll rams and 2 Rocky Mountain Bighorns. He has a California Bighorn from 2004. He has 2 stones and a Fannin stone. If you've been following along and counting, you'd realize that with another desert, Kent could even count a 3rd Grand Slam. This man certainly has done a lot of North American sheep hunting. Earlier, Everett Pancook Jr. was mentioned when his son received his Grand Slam award. we promised you'd hear more about the family photo you saw of a father and his two sons. We'd like to report that Everett Jr. completed a second Grand Slam in February 2013. He's flanked on each side by his two Grand Slammer sons, who were also along for that trip. Now moving on to Everett's other Rams for his second slam, we find a Yukon doll taken in 2004. He took a Fan and Stone also in the Yukon, and his second Bighorn came from New Mexico in 2007. Bill Walters has been around sheep hunting for a long time, as proven by his original Grand Slam, number 236. He completed that slam way back in December of 1978. Bill kept sheep hunting, as can be proven by the stone sheep you've seen here from the Yukon in 2004. Bill drew a desert tag in New Mexico to get that ram in October 2012. Since he has a second Bighorn from more than 30 years ago, all he needed was another doll for a second Grand Slam. And you see that beautiful ram right here that he took in August 2013 in the Yukon. Steve Brueggemann has done a tremendous amount of North American sheep hunting. The Fannin ram you see here really proves this, as he completed his fourth Grand Slam in 2013. We could show you a lot of sheep, but we chose the fourth that he's documented for each one. The doll was taken in 2011, the desert in Mexico in 2010, and the California Bighorn in 2000. Of special interest is that Steve has taken a lot of rams lately with his muzzleloader, and he's honored some years back as having taken muzzleloader Grand Slam number 4. He's also a member of the 700 Club with a score of 706 and 5/8. The last few rams you have seen are part of that 700 Club Slam. Greg Overland of Alberta was with us last year, and we presented him with an award for his second Grand Slam. Well, the fact is we made a mistake. It should have been giving him an award for a second and third Grand Slam. He traveled to Mexico and took 2 desert rams during 2012, and we simply missed it. Of course, we're correcting that tonight, but we're doing more than that. Greg completed his 4th Grand Slam in 2013 with another fine desert ram from Sonora, Mexico. According to our records, Greg has 4 doll sheep, 4 desert sheep, 4 Rocky Mountain Bighorns, 6 stone rams, and a non-typical horned California Bighorn from 2002. That means he sure has a shot at a 5th Grand Slam with another doll and another desert. Somehow, we suspect he just may get there. We want to make sure you see his fine 2013 Rocky Mountain Bighorn that he took on the Taos Pueblo Reservation, and we'll finish up with that excellent 2013 Desert Ram. Obviously, you've seen a lot of Greg sheep here. We've talked a lot about people who have won hunts on GSCO's Super Slam Raffle. Ralph Adams fits that category. The Desert Ram you see him with here was the culmination of that win, and it completed a 6th Grand Slam for Ralph. We pulled some more of the rams Ralph's taken recently to illustrate this accomplishment. He has certainly specialized in North American wild sheep hunting for his career. Doug Leach is only the second person to document 7 or more Grand Slams. He accomplished his 7th Grand Slam in December 2013 with the Navajo Nation Desert Ram. He was high bidder for that opportunity at our 2013 convention. Doug has more than 7 Bighorns, but we chose for your enjoyment the Wyoming Ram that he took in 2012. As for the stone, we decided to use his 2011 Ram that he took in British Columbia. We could have chosen any of the many dolls, but we decided on his 2013 Ram to honor Doug tonight. Frankly, Doug needs only one more Ram for an 8th Grand Slam, so we may just do it all over again in 2015. That completes our multiple Grand Slammers for 2014. Again, please make your way to the stage quickly. Let's give them one more big round of applause. We now come to another special part of our Grand Slam program. Beginning with our first convention in 2005, we've tried to recognize all those who have taken a Grand Slam of North American wild sheep with bow and arrow. To date, there have been only 55 documented archery Grand Slams. That small number should give some indication of the difficulty of this amazing feat. We'll now move on to some of those dedicated individuals who have documented the archery Grand Slam milestone. Please hold your applause until everyone in this group has been introduced. As your name is called, please make your way to the stage. Alabama's Warren Strickland holds Archery Grand Slam number 25. Warren's first sheep was a doll from NWT in 1999. He traveled to the Bow Zone of Alberta in November 2000 to get an outstanding bighorn. Next came the Desert in December 2002 from Sonora, Mexico. The final ram for Warren came in 2006 when he arrowed a beautiful wide stone in British Columbia. Warren is well known in the bow hunting world of big game hunters. We're pleased to be able to honor him here tonight. Archery Grand Slam number 43 belongs to Joel Johnson of Michigan. The first ram for Joel was a stone taken in BC in 2005. Joel arrowed his doll in NWT in 2006. He was a really lucky man when he drew a Nevada Desert tag in 2006, and even luckier when he filled that tag in November. A plan came together in 2009 with Joel arrowing ram number 4 in New Mexico. In Joel's report sent to the GSCO offices, he said, "I was fortunate enough to draw a rare non-resident New Mexico bighorn sheep tag." We agree with you, Joel, and congratulate you on making good on a couple of hard-to-come-by and most coveted sheep tags. Jim Wanzel of Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin, was issued Grand Slam number 1598 and simultaneously Archery Grand Slam number 47 for an April 2010 Desert Ram from Carmen Island, Mexico. It all began for Jim with a Bow Zone Alberta bighorn in 1992. Next came an NWT doll in 1994, and the stone was added in BC in 1998. On Thursday evening, Robert Gerstner received the Top Diamond Award for the stone sheep that you see on the screen. Rob arrowed that ram in British Columbia in August 2013 to become Archery Grand Slammer number 55. Along the way, Rob got his doll sheep first in NWT in August 2010. An excellent desert ram from Sonora, Mexico was next for Rob in January 2011. Rob did what so many bow hunters before him have done and went to the Bow Zone of Alberta to get his bighorn in November 2011. That completes our newly documented Grand Slammers for 2014. But remember, there's more to come. Again, please make your way to the stage quickly. So let's give all of them one more big round of applause.